Hey guys, Zach here. Today we're going to talk about duplication and duplicating on your team while keeping your sanity. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple tactical things right here, right now. As you may have seen before, this is something that I have noticed, is that most six-figure earners, six all the way up to multiple six-figure earners, they actually aren't really that free. They pretty much don't like their life, and they're essentially working a semi-high paying babysitting job. The people that are really actually super free in network marketing for the most part are the multiple seven-figure earners, okay? So either the seven-figure earners or the multiple seven-figure earners, they're the ones that are generally actually free in the business, and the people that are really keeping the business together are a lot of the six-figure ones. So is network marketing broken? No. It's just that their processes are broken and they suck at duplicating. Because I know quite a few six, multiple six, and seven-figure earners and multiple seven-figure earners that are in fact incredibly free, and it's because they built good things into their team from the beginning. But that is not the way most of the network marketing industry works. Most of the time, people in the six and multiple six-figure range absolutely have no stinking life at all, and it sucks, right? Like nobody wants to do that. The reason is because the culture around network marketing is heavily around let's make sure that we help everyone, let's make sure that we serve everyone. And honestly, it's coming from a good place, but these people don't have any business sense. So what they're doing is they ruin their life because they're constantly checking messages from prospects, from downline, from upline, from all of these different places. They get notifications going on their phone at every hour of the day, and there is absolutely no freedom in their life. So the first thing that I want to, well, actually, let's get into the tactics first so you can skip the esoteric stuff if you want to. Let's talk about tactics and building yourself a duplicatable team that actually works. So first things first is you need to pretend that you have at least 1,000 people on your team. All right. Now, whatever that number is for you, that is a big jump. That is going to make you really excited. So for some of you, that is not 1,000 people. That's going to be 10,000 people or whatever. Just pick the number. For most of you, 1,000 people on a team would be absolutely mind-blowing and exciting. You need to think if there's 1,000 people on my team and they're watching and they're duplicating everything that I do. They're duplicating every single thing that you do. So here's my question for you. Are you excited about that? Are you excited about the fact that they're duplicating everything that you do? Because if your answer is anything but an unequivocal yes, you will have a team that is largely weak and not working. So here's what we need to do. There's a few areas that we need to make sure that we shore up. The first one is volume. Are you doing the volume that you should be doing? Yes or no? Are you on your company's auto ship in the way that you should be? Yes or no? Are you doing the customer volume requirements that you should be? Yes or no? You want this to be an absolute unequivocal yes, because if you have 1,000 people duplicating subpar volume habits, are you happy? Most likely, the answer is going to be no, unless you said yes, obviously. Yeah, look at that. Socrates right here, right? Number two is action, meaning working the business. Are you doing the work that you would be excited about 1,000 people duplicating? Yes or no? What's your goal? Is it to sponsor one person a month, 2 people, 5, 10, 30? How many people do you want to sponsor a month? Whatever the goal is, are you taking the necessary action to hit that goal? Because if the answer is no, you've got a bunch of people on your team that are now duplicating subpar work ethic. Do you want that? Obviously not. So get your action to where it needs to be. 3 is association. Are you associating in the ways that you are supposed to be, that your upline is coaching you to be? Number 4, are you assisting your team in the way that you would want 1,000 people to assist their teams? And 5 is, are you following a process that works? So I'm not here to talk about the process of your business right now. And do you have a process that actually works? I've made a lot of videos on process and making sure that you have a business model that is actually duplicatable. Because here is the ultimate way to duplicate. The ultimate way to duplicate is to have a business model that is exciting and that actually works. So what a business model that is not exciting and that doesn't work is virtually anything closely related to old school network marketing. Warm market BS, stalking people offline or online in any way, and actively generating leads in any capacity is entirely awful. Okay, it sucks. Nobody wants to do it. And the competition nowadays is so stiff, not in network marketing, outside of network marketing. The competition is so stiff that your team, you'll have a team that it has attrition at like you can't even imagine. People are quitting as fast as they're getting in because they realize that the business model totally blows and they can do something way better, way easier without putting the relationships at risk. If you have that level of unsexiness in your business model, you won't duplicate no matter how good you do this stuff. If anything, maybe you can create a small little fan club, but that's about it. So the most important thing is you need a process that works. You need a business model that works. I've made a lot of videos about this. This is what I've talked about before as product market fit. Okay? Your product is your opportunity. The market is everyone out there that wants to be, or excuse me, that could be in your opportunity. If your opportunity is not sexy on its own merit, not you have to convince someone, twist their arm, beat them over the head with a stick. If the opportunity is not sexy on its own merit, you won't duplicate. All right, so it has to be sexy. You have to follow a good process. I say all that to say that if your process is anything remotely close to what I just made fun of a second ago, if it's anything close to that, you should abandon it. Okay, like you shouldn't just like look at it. You shouldn't think about it. You should abandon it. Like, get rid of it. You need to do something that the market wants. I don't even care if it's Rebels, although Rebels is the only thing that like I actually think the market wants, right? And the market is proving that. So whatever the case is, you got to do a process that works. Okay, we're good now. You got a team of 1,000 people that's duplicating everything that you do. Are you that example? That is your baseline. Because if you're not that baseline, again, you're screwed. You really want a bunch of people duplicating, like someone that does 12 PV a month and contacts one person a year. Like, no, I don't want anyone duplicating that. That sucks. So don't duplicate that. 2, and by the way, you don't get the team and then you get to change your habits. You change your habits first and then you get the team. So don't be naive enough to think that a strong person will follow a weak leader. No. Strong people follow strong people. Actually, strong people follow stronger people. So you have to be fully convicted, fully in, fully doing it in order to have someone strong follow you. If you can't get fully convicted about your business opportunity, you're in the wrong business opportunity. So change something. Either invent something else or join something that you're fully passionate about. If you have to convince yourself to be excited every single day, you're probably doing the wrong thing. All right, couple tactics. Number 1 is 1 out of 2, whatever, you get it. Don't let the team take advantage of you. Don't let team take advantage of you. This is the exact opposite of what most network marketing teaches. Most network marketing teaches that you should be available for your team at any given moment, ready to answer your phone at any beck and call, and basically losing your life for the sake of serving other people. I'm telling you right now, and by the way, I apologize for some of the noise out there. I left my windows open. I probably shouldn't have. But you're the most important person in your business, not your downline, okay? Don't let your team take advantage of you. The first tactic of that is to communicate with your team in one place. So choose a communication platform that is not your text messaging that you can communicate your team with. For us, we use an app called Voxer, V-O-X-E-R. It's a free app. The pro version is $3 a month. Okay, it's a walkie-talkie app that you can text within. If someone texts me on my phone, which only like 5 people on my team have my phone number, if someone texts me on my phone, I message them later on Voxer. I don't allow them to text me. I don't have my notifications on at any point, not even for Voxer, not even for anything. My phone is over there, down there on the floor. We just moved into the house, by the way. That's why there's crap everywhere. But I don't allow my team to break my rules of communication. I check Voxer 1 to 3 times a day, depending on the day, at predetermined times. Predetermined in my calendar, which is right here. It literally says I'm not checking my Voxer for probably like 2.5 more hours. I'll check it when I tell myself I'm ready to check it, not when there's an emergency. And I will check it for an X period of time, and then I'll get off. If I don't get the messages, I don't get the messages. But that's where I go, okay? If you're an upline, which obviously I hope that you are, or you will be. If you're an upline, reply to messages first. So if you see a question from your downline, be the first to reply. Don't be the second person to reply. Don't not reply. Be the first to reply. Again, if 1,000 people are duplicating you, do you realize that is a very light load on everyone if everyone is thinking, I'll be the first to reply? You get it, right? You got to think about the bigger picture first, not the tiny little picture. last thing I'm going to tell you is free up your upline. You want your upline, you want to think about them like you'd think about like a Michael Jordan, okay? Like they are the very best. They have the highest levels of skill in a certain area. You want them to focus on their strength zone. And if they don't have a strength zone or a super high level of skill and they're not that able to help you build your business, again, should you even be in that business? You have to answer that for yourself. But me personally, like if I have a crappy opportunity with no one that has any skill, I'm out of there. Like, are you kidding me? But assuming that you are in a business or you've created a model, you're in a business model that works, and two, you have an upline with a high level of skill in a certain area, what I would do is free them up to only do that for me. Because if they only do that for me, number one, they're in their strength zone, they're going to be super happy. Two, they're going to get really good results through me, they're going to be really happy. Three, I'm going to get really good results because of their skill. Not because of my skill, but because of their skill. So let's say my upline is really good at three-way closing people, really, really good at that, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to him or her and say, hey, I know you're really, really good at this. You're really, really good at three-way closing. You're really, really good at three-way calling people. I want to take advantage of that skill, and I want to free you up so that you can do jillions of three-way closing calls in my downline. What is the best way for me to do that? How many calls a week do you want me to book on your calendar? How many can I book on your calendar? In what part of the process would you like the prospect to be before I book them on your calendar? How would you like me to posture you? I'm going to ask them these questions and get perfect clarity on how I can best utilize my upline in that way, and then I'm going to do it. And when anything comes at me that is trying to get to them, so when someone's website breaks, or there's a problem with customer support at the company level, or there's a product problem, or someone's pissed off about the comp plan, or anything happens down here and that wants to go up, nope, the buck stops with me. I will provide and protect for my upline. I'll provide and protect for my team, and I'll provide and protect for my upline. I will protect them from the onslaught of everything outside of their strength zone. Because I know that the more that they're outside of their strength zone, the less they are helping me, the less happy they are, the less we all get results. Remember, think about the bigger picture here. If my whole downline thinks, free up my upline, help them focus in their strengths, do you see the lightened load? Do you see the fact that everyone is focused in their strengths? Everyone's happy, and everyone's getting better results. Sometimes people think, and these are typically the people that haven't yet had success, no judgment, but this is what some people think, that some people aren't going to get their questions answered. The answer is yes, you're right. Some people will not get their questions answered with this model. The second thing is that the lowest level questions won't get answered either. That is also a yes, an affirmative. Here's what I can tell you flat out. The people with the lowest level questions that have them a consistent amount of time, they are the worst performers on your team. You do not want to be spending time with them anyway. If it sounds harsh, whatever, go ahead. Go ruin your life over network marketing, make 150 grand a year and want to jump off of a bridge. That's what most network marketers do anyway. You can join the ranks. Personally, I would rather make way more than that, because 150 grand a year totally blows. And two, I want to have a life. I want to have a good life where I actually enjoy my family, the hobbies that I have, and other things other than being on my phone 24 hours a day, waiting for someone to have a flyer for me to put out. No, thank you. The highest performers on your team, this has been true across the board in network marketing and outside of it forever. The highest performers require the least babysitting, the least assistance. And when they do have something, you can bet it's legitimate, and you can go and put out that fire. I'm going to stop there. The last thing I'm going to say is this. I just recorded a podcast on this exact topic, and I talked about the concept of retirement. And I realized years into network marketing that very few network marketers were actually retired. And there's only a handful of them that actually are, and it's by specific choice. Retired means that you're no longer working, by the way. It means that you still have an income for network marketing and you're no longer working. So I have a friend that did retire for 18 years. in network marketing. He had $150,000 a year in, $150,000 a month income. He retired for 18 years. Changed his phone number, changed his email, totally off the grid. Couldn't get a hold of him. That's retired. I've also been in a relationship with probably hundreds of six and multiple six-figure earners who have said that they are retired. They promote their lifestyle of freedom, although they're anything but free. Their business would absolutely crumble if they disappeared for 2 months without warning. It would crumble. That is not retired. That is, you have a business. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay. It's okay to have a business that you can't leave for 2 months without warning or it will crumble. Most businesses are like that. It's okay to have that. But don't tell people that you're retired, and don't promote it that you have retired upline. That is idiotic. Number one, it's untrue. Number two, it's stupid. Number three, and just as importantly, you're going to attract low-quality people because low-quality people want to do nothing. Low-quality people want to retire early, and do nothing. Low-quality people have idiotic thoughts like, well, I don't want to make a lot of money residually because what would I do with my time? Clearly, you've never made any money because when you make a bunch of money, you realize, I don't want to sit around with thumbs firmly planted in my butthole. I want to actually go make an impact on the world, do meaningful work, and do things that are exciting and impactful to other people. That's what you realize. And when you attract low-quality people, they don't realize that, so they're focused on doing nothing and trying to get retired from doing nothing. When you attract high-quality people, they realize that there's no such thing as meaningful retirement, so they focus on doing a lot to get a lot and make meaningful impact. So with that being said, we're all wrapped up for this video. If you found value in this video, do me a favor, go down below, like the video, share it if you want, leave a comment, let me know what you learned. It's going to let me know to make more videos like this in the future. So with that, guys, hope you have an amazing day. We love you, appreciate you, and talk to you soon.